Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Walla and tonight I'm going to be playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now as usual I'll be recording this live stream and it'll be uploaded on my YouTube channel sometime after the stream is ended, so of course if you are watching this at a later time, do be sure to like and subscribe if you do enjoy what you see. And hello Cabernet Wolves, hello Cadenzra, how are you all? And hello to anyone else lurking away, it's good to have you all here this evening. I hope you've all had a good weekend. And I finally got off my fat ass and had a shave. You say I don't look that different, Cadenzra. You should have seen what it was like yesterday. It was just like... it was a mess. And now it's... I think it's winter. My normal... no, this is summer length. I've cut it to summer length. Anyway, so... this may or may not be one of the last streams I ever do. Not to alarm anyone, but I think the apocalypse is upon us. I woke up today to white stuff That's twice in a month there's been white stuff on the ground. It's very scary. So it might actually be the apocalypse. I'm not sure. Right, anyway, let's get the game loaded up. Get the game loaded up. I'm not even joking. There's loads of it. I mean, it's like that thick on the car. And it's gonna have white stuff again tonight. It's like, what's that about? It's scary. Scary. Loads of it for England. Actually, there's not as much as there was last time. Last time we did have a lot for us. Out there,
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor.
Go away. I don't care. Right, as you can see, I've changed the overlay around a little bit. Do let me know your thoughts. I basically did a poll recently where I was asking whether or not people want, well, basically whether they want this sort of similar overlay where I had the bars, whether they wanted some of the things changed around. Like I used to have an uptime clock that would show how long I'd been streaming for and stuff, whether they want any of that changed around, or whether go for more of a minimalistic approach. Before the poll kind of bugged out, I kind of got the gist that people wanted less on screen. So what I've done, my artist has very kindly quickly whipped up this frame that I'm now sat in, which kind of shows some important information. Chat is up on top right, that's my right, but it's your left, this way. I've turned off the background. Now, normally when I watch streams, I'm like, why have they got just the background there? It kind of, the chat with no background and that. I thought, personally, I don't like it. It kind of looks unpolished, but I find... What I found the last couple of games I've been playing, even though I always try and block as least as possible. But even like the chat background I had, which was just a simple box, was blocking that top right corner. Now I keep pointing to my right, but on the screen I'm pointing to the left, but it's my right hand. So yeah, it's that way. So yeah, the chat's up there, it's got no background or anything to it, so you can actually see through it, so now you can see what's there. It's still going to block some, but it's there. And then my webcam, okay, my webcam's taking up more space than it did before. My actual camera feed is the same size, but the frame itself is taking up a little bit more room. But... as I say, I'm not obstructing a lot. And then, bottom right of the screen, I got my watermark. Not that anyone would try and steal my videos and claim it as their own, but my watermark is there, and it's obviously see-through. It is a little odd without the background. I don't know whether it needs resizing or anything. But yeah, I just thought I'd try it, see how it works. So I'm open to tweaking things around a little bit. I mean, again, with the webcam, depending on the game, my webcam can move along with the chat. You know, it's not like some people have an overlay that actually, even though it doesn't look like it takes up the whole screen, it takes up the whole screen, so everything is fixed. They can't move things around. I know a couple of streamers that have that. I don't. My stuff is all movable, as you can obviously tell. Right, anyway, so game, where are we? Well, I'm kind of fearing my head is going to fall off its shoulders. We had a bit of fun yesterday. I helped solve a bit of a crime with the monks and the builder problem they had with the quarry. I'm helping Scarlet's refugee wounded in the monastery at the moment. I helped weed a garden. Apparently I didn't do a good enough job. I thought I did a superb job, but apparently I didn't, so I didn't get paid for it. I also helped the lady of Palmberg. Yes, we helped her. She sent us on a quest to gather some stuff for her. Was it her niece? I can't remember now. Some relative is getting married. Sister, niece, I can't remember. And then after that we got rewarded. Now I fear for my head. But hey, it was a good 5 minutes. Boxer is a legend, as always. I bought him some new kit. I got him some new horseshoes and a new, is it bridle? The reins. He's actually pretty quick. Oh, it's new horseshoes, man. My headband is awesome. I was in a cutscene yesterday with no helmet on, but the headband was still there. It's like, why am I still wearing the headband without the helmet? So it's bridle. Because I know it's a bridle way, but I wasn't sure if it was still a bridle. Yeah, because we got a bridle way at school. Sometimes you can see the hoof marks along part of the track. That's a public footpath, not a bridle way, and it's like they shouldn't bring their horses here. Right, so we're looking for horsemanship skill, which I just got. See, that's still blocked, top left, but I don't think much important information gets blocked there. I mean, do you guys really want to religiously know every time I level up in alcoholism? I don't know. Right, so we're looking for you. You used to live in Scotland. Everyone says that. Why is everyone so happy to see me? And who are you even talking to? Your field full of... That's not St. John's Wort, is it? What is that? I need to know what this is. Not St. John's. It looks... No, it can't be. St. John's Wort's taller. What it is. Villager.
I'm glad to see you.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
Yeah, it was kind of terrible what happened here. I mean, I whizzed through it with a horse. Can I ask him what it is? Hopefully I can. It's gonna bug me otherwise. It's not pickable. I'm also gonna fill up my cup quickly. So yeah, let's chat to him.
Sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. So when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans.
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough.
Yeah, hunger will do a terrible thing.
I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
And I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Oh, I don't know about Skallets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skallets parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I could try. I mean, I need the guy myself. And also, why is all my armor dirty? I just had it washed.
I can always ask. But I've really got no idea where to start.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Skalitz. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon. Father Simon. I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time, until this spring he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
No one's going to stab you in the sleep. Unless you tell me what those flowers are. Find Father Simon, talk to the family of the Father Simon, keep... No, I can't read. Yeah, basically I gotta go find the guy. Alright, where are we then? All over there? Bloody hell. Alright, well if I take this road out to the left, across the river. Keep following it up. So that'd be the river, that'd be the road. Am I slightly over encumbered? But all those flowers weigh a lot of weight. A lot of weight, you know. Where did I get mint from? I didn't touch the mint. Get it from somewhere else.
Blood will be spilt. You call that combat?
Guys, I hope you know who I am.
What's the matter? Come on!
Where the hell do you think you're going?
Is that all you've got?
Come on.
Fuck! No curva!
No, kurva. Yeah, whatever. I'm not Hungarian. You, mate, are dead. Five groschen? That's all you've got? You heathen. You should be disappointed in yourself. Taking your mushrooms, though. Should always eat another man's shrooms. Like a rule or something, I don't know. Deer liver. That's a point. If I find a campfire, I've got to cook that shit. Wait, Boxer. That's a good horse. Ooh, marigold. Now what? Apparently I'm in combat. I'm not. Okay. Dunno. Come on, Boxer. Poor Scarlets. It used to be my home. I used to live near the castle. I was a blacksmith's son. True story. Right, so let's ride hard. I don't want to take that, I'm going to take a right here. Hello. Is this like a motorway? Am I driving on the correct side of the road? Like 3 lanes. There's 1 lane, 2 lane, and a 3rd lane. Let's indicate right. Whee!
What the hell was that?
The hell was that? That was a
Greetings,
horse pulling
Henry.
up. Hello. I'm going to talk to the lady. She
What is
greeted
it
me.
you want?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
That must have been quite a scandal.
My husband was furious. He ran around the cottage brandishing an axe and yelling that he'd kill him. The neighbours wagged their tongues a bit, but in the end I was happy the girl was taken care of. The priest was generous with his compensation. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such
sucks.
is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
It's a sad bunch of affairs.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks. I'll be going.
Very good, then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
Right then. Come on, Boxer. We got a priest to track down. Oh. Over there. Right. Let's head that way then. I don't know whether to take the road or not. But if I take... Oh, that goes into Scarlet's. If I take the road and then take the first right, And then head straight.
Good!
Do with a mini-map or something, but it makes sense. I mean, you wouldn't have a mini-map in real life, would you? In the medieval days. I mean, nowadays we've got sat-navs, but, you know. You have to pull out your map. Oh, imagine, though, the riots. If they turn around and said to people they'd have to use landmarks and stuff to find their own way, and signposts and actual proper map reading. Imagine the riots. People are like, oh my god, this is too hard. Like, here, for example, it's put me there, so I know exactly where I am. Even though I've got to check the map to make sure I'm on the right road and stuff. But yeah, if they removed that, and you had to read signposts, ask people where you were, ask people for directions, that's gonna hurt. Why does that hurt me and not the horse? I mean, I don't want Boxer to be hurt, but why the fluff does that hurt me most? Going straight on through the town. Pull a torch out, but I don't want to get night blind. Hello. Light. Is this a Skyrim thing where lights light themselves, or is this a thing because there's actual people here? Musculicious, hello, welcome. It would be quite cool to look at... yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it would be a good thing. What I would probably suggest to any developer that goes to implement that would be to have the option to have either that or map and minimap, like the thing we're used to. Because I know this game does step back from some of the hand-holding and stuff. It would be like, oh yeah, you got to find someone, and it will give you like a big area. It doesn't point directly to it. Like I had to find a skull, and I had a triangle area to find it. And it's like, okay, I actually had to think, if a skull rolled down a hill, what path would it take? And I was following like lines for it and stuff, and I ended up finding it. It didn't point exactly to where it was and be like, oh, find the skull. So this game does take a step back from some of the hand-holding we're used to, which is good. And it's got like the immersion things like with the alchemy and the sword grinding and stuff like that. I think a little detail like that would have just helped things along, I think. Although I imagine like if you've only got like an hour playtime in between chores or whatever, it would be a bit unfair. So I think if you had the option to turn it on and off as you please, it'd be a good thing. Right, where am I? Oh, I got on the wrong side of the river. I didn't see that stream there. I hope it's a stream. Go down. Is that it? It is a stream. Now I got a bloody scale of clicks. Let's just follow the stream. Come on, horsey. Come on, you can do it. I might give an encouraging word to a horse that can't hear me. I assume whizzed past me. Right, I'm gonna trust I'm not gonna get murdered. A bit more like poppies.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently.
Look around nearby. I'm now night blind because I pulled a torch out. How far in the story am I? I'm not very far at all.
I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Yeah, I was just going to suggest the same thing. I wasn't, but thank you. I'm not very far in the story at all. I've been doing a lot of side quests and things. I got to go search a bandit camp and sabotage it. I started and then kind of failed miserably. So what kind of search radius is it? See, it's... Alright, it's giving me... excuse me. It's giving me an area to search, but it's not like, oh, this is the exact spot. But that could potentially be quite a big area. so comfrey. They're orange. They looked orange. I mean, I'm no honest, but I know some plants. You'd think I'd know more being a groundsman, but well, I'm only a groundsman for 2 more weeks. Because I don't know anything about comfrey. I don't know what I don't know whether it grows by water, dense woodland. It's a rabbit, I think. I mean, is it a shade grown plant? Is it not? How did I see that comfrey earlier? It was in the open. So I'll be inclined to say I should have waited until daytime. I've gone the wrong way now. It's a stump. You really should focus on side quests and activities. I'm finding them a lot of fun. And I don't seem to have that many going at once. So I mean I'm taking it very slow. When I run out a couple of side quests, I'll then deliberately look for them, but then I tend to find a couple when I'm not looking for them, which is fine. Nice little pace. Because I kind of want to level up my sneak and stuff as well. So I want wormwood. Need that for something, and I can't remember what it is. Is that more wormwood? Yeah, look at that. Is it wormwood I want? There was a potion that kind of caught my attention, and I think it's wormwood. Needs. See, and I get distracted so easily. I'm now looking for wormwood when I should be looking for comfrey. Rush the main story now and you stuck with contender isn't good enough. Or you're just too bad. Well, yeah, as I say, I kind of failed the stealth, so I want to upgrade my stealth and stuff. Plus, I'm in no, I'm not in a massive rush to finish this, and oh, he's fallen, hasn't he? Unless the herd gets a bit bored of me taking ages playing it, then I'll speed it up. Welcome back, Cadandra. But yeah, I mean, I'm in no rush. The only thing I'm not very good at is the combat. When I meet a couple of Cumans, I'm screwed. Bandits I can handle, even if there's a couple of them, but when I meet a couple of Cumans, I kind of have to run. This isn't a priest. Or is it? Yes, it is.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
Oh, he's the prisoner. Okay. Let's try and use our charisma.
I don't know. Imprisoning a warlock can be a dreadful mistake.
What do you want about? Didn't you say he was a priest?
He is, but he's also a warlock, a master of the dark arts. Do you think normal priests go hiding in the woods?
No, but...
Exactly. So if you don't want your eyes to boil up from the inside, your nose to turn into a twisted root, and your tongue into a toad, you better start to run. Now!
No, of course. No, we don't want that. We're very sorry. But if...
No ifs, no buts. Clear out of here.
Fine, fine. Just take it easy now.
A friendly mine spoiled the end for you. Oh.
Are you serious?
So you kind of rushed through it because it felt pointless to take the year. Yeah, that sucks. I was playing Final Fantasy 15. I got it not Christmas gone the Christmas before when it came out for the console. And my nephew told me the ending, which he finds very funny. And then I kind of just lost my drive to play it. Which is like, but I know what happens. So, why bother? So I kind of stopped playing, and I need to get back to it because A, it was a Christmas gift, and B, I'm quite into the Final Fantasy series, franchise, and it's just like, yeah, sucks getting spoiled. It really does.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
Wait, is that a cut on your neck?
They didn't look dangerous. The only thing at risk was your possessions.
I know, poor fools.
Or bad model?
But I was afraid they'd leave me here. What would I have done then? And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz has a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
Got it 2 days ago and you got 20 hours on already. But yeah, that's good going. I've only played it on stream, so I've got a few hours into it, but I'm taking my time. I stream it twice a week, so every Saturday and Sunday. And thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the herd. But yeah, I play every Saturday, Sunday. Start at 7 PM GMT, which is about half an hour ago. So, I mean, you can give it a go, Cadenza. You could install it on your PC and see if it works. If it doesn't, then you haven't lost out. You've got access to my Steam library, so you're more than welcome to give it a go. As I say with Kenshi as well. You just might need to turn graphics down, because this game isn't the best optimized. It runs mostly okay on my rig. If I turn up the graphics any higher, it'll start having issues. Like if I went 4K resolution, I wouldn't be able to run it at all.
I know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair, but I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
You're certainly right, but the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time, until they find someone better.
Talking of priests that are sinners. That one priest in, is it Uj, I can't pronounce the town name, but yeah, you know what I mean. Ujits. Who invited me for a drink. He's definitely a sinner.
As you say, once things are back in order, there'll be a new priest at St. James, and you can leave if you want.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful.
Oh, and I need help with treatment. That's why I came here. That is definitely my favourite bit in this entire game so far. Just that one mind-blowing night of everything. Although the witch one came pretty close. But yeah, that the priest, that is definitely up there. Oh, blimey.
I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
Woohoo! I learned stuff. I think the side quests would be me going in this game. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I haven't done much of the main story, so... I mean, I don't want the main story spoiled, but... it's definitely... I'm just enjoying the game on the immersion and side quests alone. I'm gonna sleep in his bed. Where did it go? I think it will be grain alcohol, yeah. Wow, this bed is gonna be terrible. And I love the alchemy. Because, like, I mean, I'm not knocking Skyrim, Oblivion and that, but you do alchemy and you go up to the alchemy bench in Skyrim. Okay, the alchemy bench in Skyrim is a little bit better than Oblivion. Because in Oblivion it was all done from your inventory. But it's still all done in your inventory in Skyrim. You kind of go up to a workbench and you're there with a mortar and pestle going... But in this, you're actually doing it. Okay, when you hit level 10, you got the option to skip stuff and auto brew. Like if you're in a rush, or you're just not feeling immersive, but... Please tell me he's got a cooker here. That's not a cooker, is it? Crap. Alright, never mind then. Back to Rovna. Do I want to go back to Rovna? Kinda need a cooker. Well, if I travel to Rovna, he might be there. Glitches. But every game's got bugs and glitches. I mean, just name an EA game, and I don't mean
Feel
early
quite
access, I
hungry.
mean Electronic Arts. I mean, I'm a Sims fan. I'm a Command & Conquer fan. What other games do I like from EA? Mass Effect. So yeah, I like Electronic Arts games, but yeah, they're full of bugs. But yeah, do you play them? You still play them? I mean, I've only had a handful of Sims games ruined by game-breaking bugs. The worst one was when we streamed it the first time and lost my entire save file. That sucked. Speaking of immersion, being in full control when sharpening your blade and actually turning it to... Yeah, I've not been doing that. I ruin my blade every time. I just don't seem to get the angle right. As you can tell, although it's slightly different, but my brothers are the chefs in the family. They do all the knife sharpening. I just use my kits, which I'm going to check now. Actually, I don't need cobbler kits because I'm wearing metal feet. I will repair anything that needs repairing. Simples. Simples. Oh yeah, I need to get that one chest as well. Actually, I'm going to do that today. I was going to do it yesterday, but there was this map here that was bugging me for the longest of time. It makes no sense, but I think I know where it is. It's down here. Bit annoying because sometimes you can't tell like how scale the maps are. Wait, wake up. Oh yeah,
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
Did I find all these? Yeah. Mostly side quests, bit of roaming. Actually, I haven't really done much roaming at all. It's all been side quests. There's probably, I mean, there's a lot of areas I haven't explored yet.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
the former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes, he was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
Definitely should.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
You're welcome. The main thing is, we'll have a man of God here with us.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just don't you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry, and thank you for your help.
Some of it was from the main story, like, for example, Meherjed, or Meherjed, or however it's pronounced, I can't foreign. The one I definitely can't pronounce, that's where my main story is at the moment. Ujits, okay, I went there because of the horse massacre. No, that was Neuhof. Neuhof, and then it led me up there. So there has been some from the main story, but I'm not very far in the main story at all. I've got to go up there and sabotage their bandit camp. I mean, Sasau, I came here, side quests. Ledechko, I found from roaming. Oh, that's it, really. Talmberg. Well, Talmberg and Rovna and Scarlet you kind of find at the start, don't you? So, I mean, I think I've probably found most of the stuff. But I've still got a map to explore. It's pretty far in the story. Really? Then that means it's quite a short story then, is it? Don't answer that, I don't want to know. Right, where am I going now anyway? I'm going to go somewhere and I forgot. Healing herbs for Samek. Oh, the purple herb. I forget, fill up the Artemisia potion. I kinda need to do that as well. Oh yeah, and I gotta do that. Definitely not doing that race, not yet. I want to get better at horsemaster. Horsemanship. Purple herb. Yeah, I need the purple herb. So I'm going to actually ride to... I'm going to go to Rattay Mill. Wait, no, let's ride to Lajech. Let's get on the horse. I don't know if fast travelling... I don't know if it makes a difference. Whether you're on a horse or not when you fast travel. It's still worth money. Eat a couple of mushrooms, drink some water. Nourishment's still half empty. Okay. I have moonshine. What does that do? Strong alcoholic drink, watch out for the hangover. Sure, what's the worst that could happen? I leveled up in my drinking skill. I'm in two minds about the fast travel system. I like it and I don't. It takes ages to get anywhere, even though it's faster than doing it manually, but it actually also shows you getting there rather than teleporting somewhere. Although the wait system, where it slows down for the last hour when you're either sleeping or waiting, that bugs me. Right, Fritz and Matthew. How are you both? Ah, they're over here. Yeah, I don't get why it slows down for the last hour. When you're in jail, I've only been in jail once and that was an accident. That was an accident. I accidentally pickpocketed someone in front of him. Got caught.
God save, what can I do for you?
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that monk. But now, the foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Someone asked me something and you wanted to do what they asked, suddenly it was a crime. Yeah, I wanted to speak to someone, but I held down E instead of pushing E because it turned out the person I wanted to speak to wasn't speakable. You couldn't speak to him. So I just saw hold down E. I didn't read the text next to it, so all of a sudden I was pickpocketing in front of him, in broad daylight, next to a guard. So, long story short, that didn't end well. And it was as soon as after the prologue, basically. So I was in Rattay. Just after everything had happened, and like, oh yeah, I'm exploring Rattay, yay! New game, yay! What's this do? Oh, crap. So yeah, that wasn't fun. It's the only time. And then I had the debuff of being in jail for the longest. I had like 0 strength because, as I say, new character. I had no strength because the debuff is like holding a sword. It was just.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
Considering so much to start again, you feel like you messed up a lot. There's a few quests you really don't want to repeat. Well, the run one, yeah. There was one quest I messed up, but when I messed up, it wasn't mission failed. It took a spin, and I won't go into too much detail in case you haven't done it. There was 3 women who had some ointment, which I had to stealthily follow from a distance, and I failed the stealth check, and they spotted me. Now, it wasn't mission failed, or they didn't just stop what they was doing and, you know, go elsewhere for me to try another night. It took an interesting turn, and it was like, okay, it sucks I failed, but this is funny. So, you know, hats off to the devs, that was brilliant.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
Fritz. But all I'll say is chicken, sow, and horse. Not my cut. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. I was gutted to fail the stealth check, but I got too close. And I'm kind of used to, like in Skyrim when you're stealthing or Fallout or whatever, you got the eye. That wasn't there for this. It was just either you're stealthed and undetected or you're noticed. So I didn't know I was getting too close.
And the miller won't stick up for you? I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wrong side. Oh dear lord.
I'd like to ask about that Thomas again.
Another thing that I like as well is when you interrogate, like if you're doing an investigation. I'm actually quite hungry. I need to eat something. And you're questioning people and they tell you the facts and stuff. You've got to remember the facts because when you go to talk to someone else about the facts, then you've got multiple options and you've got to choose the correct one. And it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't just automatically give me the right answer because my character knows it. I've got to remember it as well. Shit. And I have an awful memory, so trying to remember facts was a little bit challenging. Especially when it came to, I had to lie to get into somewhere. And the guy started quizzing me about his relative that I pretended I knew. And it's like, oh, well, luckily I asked around and found out all these facts. Quick wash, and I'll quickly eat. Can I steal some food? I mean, eat some food. Free for back. Yeah, free for backers. I wouldn't say that would be a bad thing. Because, you know, they backed it at the start. I mean, I don't usually kickstart and fund stuff, so... But I wouldn't hold it against the Kickstarters if they did get stuff. Because, you know, they risked their money to begin with. So yeah, and I also, because it is a brilliant game, I wouldn't have an issue with buying the DLC. Why do I have a... Is that a hangover? Do I have a hangover? Yes, I do. I have hair of the dog. Cures you of drunkenness, prevents a hangover, and cures alcoholism. Charisma is reduced by 2 for 1 hour. Alright, we'll use this one then. Actually, I will use this one, but I'll go elsewhere. I'll come back to this. I don't want my charisma being affected. It's like the blacksmith. I had to go tell a blacksmith in this town, actually, a song. And that quest did get bugged out, so I had to cheat a little bit and look it up on Google. Or rather, I had Cadenza look it up on Google for me, so that was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, if I had to remember the song and travel between one town and the other, it would not have happened. But it's a good thing, because, you know, immersion and stuff, and in real life, Henry would have had to remember anyway, so, no, he couldn't have Googled it. Back in the, I mean, I say back in the old days, I'm not that old, but back in the old days, when DLC or expansion pack, it wasn't quite DLC back then, but expansion packs and DLC was actually worth it. There's a picture out there, or a meme, or whatever the kids call it these days, of, it uses like the Big Mac as reference. It's like what a DLC was back then and what it is now, and it gave you an example of a Big Mac, and then the DLC was, that's an ambush. Would be the drink, or the fries, whereas now the game is the bun, and then the DLC is the burger, and more DLC is the lettuce, and then the microtransactions are the tomatoes. And it's like, that's a really good analogy of it. Because I remember, I've took the wrong turning. I am old. I can safely say I am now old. I'm over the hill. I've peaked. I kinda looked up something that's disappointed me a little bit in this game, which I kinda was led to believe was a thing, but it isn't. I kinda read the text. That's a deer. I can say I'm old. Just just means I'm being mean to you at the same time. Oh. That's disappointing. Like, yeah, if they add a lot of content to it, I'd be happy to get the DLC. But if it's just going to be cosmetics or whatever, I probably won't. Well, I say cosmetic. In this game, it'll be armor and stuff. I mean, I pre-ordered the game. That's why I've got the armor I'm wearing, and I'm chasing up the maps I'm chasing up. What tier is Boxer? I do not know. Low. I think it's like tier 1, 2. I didn't have much money at the time. And that's what I screwed up on, actually. I bought Boxer, and then I did the quest where I got given Pebbles, and Pebbles is somewhere in the wilderness, but it's my horse, but because I bought Pebbles, because I bought Boxer, Boxer is the horse that dances my whistle, and I lost track of Pebbles. So it's like, oh, I just spent 600 gold and then got given a horse for my heroic actions. So yeah, Pebbles is out there somewhere. She's probably gone wild and will save me one day when the Whomping Willow comes to eat me. I was a bit gutted about that because I didn't have much money at the time, and 600 gold was pretty much my life savings. Right, where am I now? Kinda. But if this is an ambush...
Ha! Had enough!
Have I had enough? No, I've just got started. No, I just stabbed him in the face. Why are you still alive, mate? And I stab him in the leg and then he dies. I'll take your money. Anything else is really worth my time. Well, I should probably take your carrot. That sounds wrong. Mercy kill? Sure. Why is that back? The rabbit, it's gonna kill me! Did you see it? The swords were there. It was gonna kill me, man. Oh, I'll take your bread. Russian. And your pretzel. Oh, wrong button. Bought a horse name I can't pronounce. Don't know which. I guess that's probably going to be a high tier horse, is it? Kevin Kuo, host in the herd. Greatly appreciated, Kevin. Hope your drive to the airport to pick up future Mrs. Kevin was a success. Although I know Boxer is a low-level horse, I get it's a bit of a flaw, really. I get a sense of loyalty. I do it in all sorts of games. I just don't feel I can abandon him. So I'm going to take a chance. So, Kevin, you'll have to let me know what you think of the new overlay. Stream setup. Slightly different from how it was last week. A lot less. Horse is just pixels, no feelings. That's what they want you to think. Did you want to buy a black horse? You did not. You went back to an older save which you couldn't handle. Yeah, I know what that's like. Oh, hello. I think I found what I'm looking for. should be a mine here somewhere, and there's the mine. Found it! All this time. Found it! Yes! You bought horses in the Elder Scroll games, then didn't want them to die, and would leave them at the city of Rice Shadowmere instead. I remember playing Oblivion, and when I was younger, and I had Shadowmere, and because Shadowmere was tagged as important, every time it dropped to 0 HP, it would just fall on the floor unconscious, and then it became a container, so you could reverse pickpocket or whatever you want to call it and store all your stuff in Shadowmere. And I remember I was telling my mum about it. My mum's like, so where does the stuff go? And she asked me if I shoved the stuff up your horse's ass. Like, you don't really want to know that, mum. Oh yeah, shove from Stephanie. Yes, my warhorse set is coming along very nicely. Can I get a new weapon? No. Got a new die though, and a book. Heavenly Kingdom die. Miraculous playing dice sent from the Heavenly Kingdom to the Kingdom of Men. Ooh. Marathon 4. Skill book on Vitality. Ooh. Reading. Is that level 15? Reading? Level 15? Oh, I already know that recipe. Oh well. So I've finally got that one. I can't get that because that's a level 10 lockpick chest, which is unfortunate. Put the herbs and the horse. Am I still over encumbered? I am a little bit. You missed it yesterday, Cadenzra. There was another romance. I can tell you if you want, although there's a massive spoiler on the screen. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I want to put armor in the horse. Another necklace. There we go. Right, let's head back to Rate and sell some stuff then. Lighten my load. Why is he doing that? He could have gone to the road. Although technically there's a road there apparently. Although I do have a actual treasure map, although I can't remember if I looted that one or not. I'll have a look. There was one I did, wasn't there? Oh, I did that one. What level am I? Main level 12. But at the moment, someone basically told me they disliked how you edit your game screenshots. Oh, well, if it's any consolation, I can't edit anything in the sense of video or pictures, so that's why I don't edit anything, because I can't. I did not nearly kill you, shut up. Just don't tell Ragnar that I ran over an old woman with my horse. Nearly killed her. Yeah. Kind of cool if you work your way up to, like, if they added a DLC or whatever, we can work it. I mean, I don't know if you do or not, but, like, if it either happens in-game or DLC, where you work your way up to being, like, not necessarily a lord, but just getting your own castle and stuff, having your own people. That'd be kind of cool. Well, it's the internet. People are always mean on the internet. Unfortunately. I've had people come on the stream before and just insult the way I look. It's like, well, okay. Doesn't bother me. Can't remember what the last one was. It gave me a good chuckle. Can't remember what it was. It did give me a good chuckle. I laughed and then banned him. But yeah, it was funny. Thought he was being insulting based on the way I look, and it's just like, it's not insulting me. It's not. But unfortunately, it's the risk of streaming or YouTubing or in any way putting your own creative content out there. Right, it's now me better at learning horse riding. Yeah, what Cadenza said, if you like them, then it's fine. Well, yeah, out of 6 people, if only one, that's 5 to 6. Popular. I mean, yeah, I mean, the amount of trolls and things I've had them, but they've been few and far. Walla and I played 14 together. First raid we did, I got yelled at for messing up a few things. Yeah, I can remember that raid, but then we were both new at it. We were both doing that raid as new people for the first time. We had your sister and a couple other people for company that we knew. The other group was so focused on what you did wrong that they messed up the last... They did, yeah, that's right. I mean, the trouble is, with like MMOs and stuff, why are you not giving me more pancakes, love? I'm hungry. Everyone's new at games. Everyone's got different gaming abilities. You know? I mean, I'm always happy to teach people if I have better or more knowledge. I would say better, but like if I'm more experienced than they, especially in an MMO, I'll always try and help people. I always find it funny when you get the ones that are always gloating or bragging like how great they are and how amazing they are, and they've got all this cool end game gear, and then they just go fail spectacularly at like the simplest of stuff, and then you step up with your crappy gear, and then you're like, nah, I could do this in my sleep. P.S. I'm absolutely drunk right now, and I'm doing amazing. Small Print TV, how's it going? I still remember your old name. That's twice you've accused me of nearly killing you, love. Am I scared for WoW raids, dungeons and such? Yeah, I do. I used to, I mean, I don't know whether you've played Final Fantasy 14 or not, but I used to main tank
what the hell are you
the current content at the time. So I was, well, I was the main tank. And if things ever went wrong, I always took it to heart, and I was running in a group that would actually blame any error on me. I then once ran on, because our group was run by, there was another group side by side our group. We were like in the same link shell, the same, I don't know what the equivalent of WoW would be, guild. But there were 2 statics running in it, and the other group, their tank was on holiday or something, so they he trusted me to log on to his account and play his character and do their raid, and it went spectacular. I didn't die once, and I was doing the same rotations and attacks and skills as I would always do, and it transpired it was actually our healer that was failing, but they blamed it on me, the tank. It was the healer's fault. I was dying, but they blamed it on me, the tank. And they also blamed it on my gear, but this other guy's character, so it couldn't have been my gear either. But yeah, you know, people like to blame each other. I mean, I wasn't saying I'm perfect. I'd make my own mistakes. But it kind of killed my desire, especially when there's a bit of backstabbery. Kind of killed my desire to run end game. I did have some of the best gear at the time. I was very kitted out, and yeah, I was able to take on some of the hardest stuff. I'll take some pretty strong knocks to the face and I'll just shrug it off, you know. And yeah, I would make my own mistakes, but one thing I always pride myself in, especially with sort of MMOs and stuff, is I'll only make one, like, that mistake once. I won't keep repeating the mistake. I learn. But people, they're just critics, and the trouble was as well with my particular group, it got very, became a second job. I'd come home from my normal 8-hour job day, and they'd want me logging on the game and then doing that until like 11, 12 PM at night and then going to bed. And so it's like, I'm doing 2 8-hour shifts here, what gives? It was tough. I'm waiting, wow, I gotta wait 2 hours. Yeah, it's not always straightforward like that though, Cadenzra, because the tank can still muck up. Although typically speaking, if I'm the tank and other people are dying, I always take blame, because as the tank, it's my job to make sure no one else dies. I need to catch up on story. I kind of quit a couple of years ago, but I'm trying to get back into it, although I don't really want to get too into it. Because MMOs can consume. Plus I got my streaming. I like my streaming. Endgame is way too stressful. People take it too seriously. I don't understand why people... I know, like, having the best gear of the time is nice, and it's nice to do all the content, but taking a game way too seriously, it's just like, it's a game. It's a game.
Hey!
Hey, Henry's come to see us. Henry has come to see you. I'm going to sell my needle. I'm going to sell them. Do I want that? Oh, I wrote that off that night, didn't I, yesterday? He challenged me to a fight, and I kind of kicked his ass. Felt a little bit bad, because he was like, my mum sent me out to get glory and fame, and I'm scared, but I challenge you to a fight. It's like, I'm going to kick your ass, mate. And I did. I royally kicked his ass.
What can I do?
I felt horrible afterwards. Okay, I didn't. 8.5k, indeed. I haven't spent any money, really, other than buying a horse and kitting him out. I haven't really spent much. I ain't going to be able to flog all this, am I? I don't think. I'll give it a go. Give it a good go. Oh, not equipment, that's equipped. Oh, alright then. That's everything he's willing to buy. It took me ages to get off the mark with money. It took me ages to get anywhere with my money, and now I got... I wouldn't say I got loads, because, like, in Skyrim standards, 8,500 is pretty poor. But in these standards, it's you know, it's alright. I'd say I'm doing alright. Like, all my bribes and stuff are in the hundreds.
Can we do something about the price?
Alright, so.
And because stuff's cheap, like, and stay at the inn is 2 gold. So because of that, I don't find I have to go out farming gold. Like, I don't loot everyone of everything. Whereas in Skyrim, if I kill a bandit, I'll strip him naked. And take all his money. I'll say 1900 because I really want 1800.
What do you say to this?
You're a right pinch purse.
Be nice to me. I'm your mate. Right, and then I drop it to... I'll just go straight to 1800.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
I don't know if that actually works. Like, if I went straight to 1800, I don't know if he would have tried to meet me halfway or not. So I always go over what I want. See, a lot of that money was from that,
God
that loot
save
I
you.
found.
What can I do for you?
All depends. Your sister, you imagine that your character noticed across this large sack that they carried everywhere with them. Loot. You can get mods for backpacks and stuff, which kind of makes it a bit more immersive. I think I do on my Skyrim playthrough that I kind of streamed. You could just smack enemies with it, yeah. There's that one with the Fallout one where he's got like a massive sack full of stuff on his back and he's wearing power armor or whatever, or heavy armor, and he's sneaking through super mutant encampment or whatever, and I think he picks up like one little thing that just over encompasses him and he drops everything else. I can't remember how it goes, but it is just like, yeah, where does all that stuff go? It's a little funny. Right, do I actually need anything repairing while I'm here? No, everything's fully repaired. That's good. That's good. I'm going to try and flog the deer and rabbit that's rotting in my pockets. And there's nothing else I need to sell on my horse that's just taking up space, is there? I'm keeping dark clothes and cumin armor for stealth and infiltration purposes, respectively. No, nothing else needs to be sold. I have issues in Ratse as well. With frames, I get a little bit. I do get some issues, which is a little disappointing, but I do have everything cranked up to the highest setting, so apart from the resolution, I'm not running it in 4K, I'm 1080p. When was the last time Henry had a bath? Yesterday. And he had his armor cleaned. Can you take my rotten meat, please? And my stolen meat. I'm not even going to worry about haggling. You know. Although they're not worried about taking stolen goods off me anymore. That's good. I took a perk for that. Right. Oh, I'm actually going to sell the books to the trader that I don't need anymore. Come here. Wait, you.
Everything for the house. Garden and...
Yeah, I'm not worried about your garden.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
I like how they all talk to me as a knight now. I was speaking to a guy yesterday, and he's like, oh yeah, you don't look like a lady's messenger. And I'm like, oh. So I'm wondering, like, if having, like, in an MMO, or, well, in Final Fantasy XI, I would have gear sets, which I'll change my gear depending on the scenario. So I'm wondering if gear sets in this would be a good idea. Like, I'm trying to assemble a dark clothing gear set for sneaking, which is light, quiet, dark. And then I got, like, well, I got the cumin one for infiltrating cumins, obviously. So I'm wondering if I would want like a messenger, like a town gear. Would I need town gear? And then have your traveling gear. Yeah, it's pretty good stats. It's all the stuff I've got from the pre-order, basically. Some clothing lower your charisma, for example. Yeah, they do. I mean, I think most of mine will probably enhance it. Because of, it's like, it's noble, it's armor and stuff. But I imagine if I bought, like, rich clothes, you know, noble finery, it would probably enhance it a lot more. Right, Boxer. Where are we going? I don't know why I came here. I think I just came here to sell stuff, didn't I? So I need to go speak to him now I'm no longer hungover. Oh yeah. I gotta go invade the monastery. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do that. That's bugged. I can't do that. Right, so... where is... oh, back to the monastery. Alright, so I'll go back to Ledechko. Help him with his problem, and then I'll go back to the monastery. What is the time? Oh, blimey, is that it? Feels later than that. I'm always doing that. I'm always getting sidetracked and stuff. I go somewhere to do something, and I end up stumbling on something else, and end up going on a complete tangent and never getting done what I need to get done. It's just the way it goes. But I don't see that as a bad thing. It just basically tells you that there's so much to do in a game. It's just keeping you busy. Plus, I kind of learned my lesson when my first ever Elder Scrolls game was Oblivion. Now, I don't know how many, well, I know quite a few of you are not British, but those of you that are British, you'll know what Argos is. It's basically, I don't know how to describe it, really. How would you describe Argos? You go in, and you've got the front of the shop, and then they've got the massive warehouse where they keep everything, but you don't browse the wares like you do in a normal shop. You've got a catalogue you flip through, and you write down the catalogue number of the thing you want, you go up to the till, you pay for it, and then you then go to the collection point, and they then go out in the warehouse and bring it. So I was flipping through Xbox games, and it came up with Elder Scrolls, and all it had was the picture of the cover art, and the name of the game, and the price. And I thought, well, that looks like a decent priced game. I've got the money for it. I'll buy it. I got no idea what it's about. I got no idea whether it was a shooter, whether it was an RPG. I had no idea what it was. And then back then, it actually had a manual, so I was flicking through the manual while walking home. I was reading it, and I'm like, this actually seems like a really good game. That's how I discovered Elder Scrolls, and now I can't remember why I started the story. Oh yeah, I rushed the main story. I rushed it. So I literally finished the main story when I was like level 5. All the Oblivion gates were closed, and the end game armor for it was scaled to my level. I'm like, it might have been level 5, it might have been like level 10 or whatever, but I blitzed the main story. So I was low level. And then I'm like, this endgame armor is shit. It was awful, because it was scaled to my low level. So I learned that day, don't rush the main story regardless. Right, Matthew, I'm here to help. I'm going to speak to this guy. Is he one of the chickens? Oh, it's Fritz. But yeah, we've met Father Godwin, if that is the one in Ujits. He invited me for a drink while I was investigating murder.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
That's what you have now that you can't in the game of Henry now. You now have to practice it a lot. Okay, well, I mean, I would ask what to practice on, but I don't really want to know. I kind of don't want to spoil this, although I'm trying to practice everything. Did I drink? Yes. I went on a complete bender with it. It has been requested I highlight it, although I'm a little bit worried with highlighting the middle part of the bender because there's a bit of nudity. And Twitch are like, don't focus on nudity. If it is in a game, it's fine, just don't make a point of staying there. So, for example, if there was a strip club, I couldn't go in there and just stay there for half an hour. The sheep, yeah, waking up bollock naked in the middle of a field. Bloody hell, with all the sheep. That had me in stitches. So yeah, I want to highlight it so it's kind of mortalized forever. I just need to kind of have two highlights. So before the before the sex and after the sex, basically.
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Oh, come on, Fritz. Don't drown him.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew going to see her. But it's Thomas who's the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
Slightly shook by how much you can see in the speech scenes. So with the other person. I mean... Oh, right, in the special scenes. I read that as speech. I don't know why. I don't know where speech came from. But yeah, that whole night, I wasn't expecting it at all because it's like he's a priest. So, okay, I know sometimes priests stray a little bit, especially in the medieval times. Like, he's having a drink, that's fine. You know, it's kind of forbidden, but it's medieval times. Life's harsh. And then it just ended up from bloody ringing the church bells at gone bloody midnight and waking up everybody to the tavern wenches to the sheep to doing the bloody sermon the next day. I was just mind blown. I'm like, if this is what this game has to offer, I'll have two. It was crazy. Definitely one of my favourite moments, hands down.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
Yeah, that's kind of my worry with things. Like, I won't go into too much detail if you haven't seen it, but like the quest where I failed the sneaking, I'm kind of like, gutted I failed the sneaking, but I'm not at the same time because it played off brilliantly. But then it's like, but what would have happened if I didn't fail the sneaking? So this game obviously has a lot of consequences for your actions. So it's like, if you don't go drinking with him, what happens then? Is it just not as fun? Or does something else happen? And I think that kind of gives a lot of replayability. But I kind of worried that if I do a lot of things one way, am I going to miss out on half the game? Which kind of makes me then, I gotta keep playing it and playing it and playing it.
I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the play's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'm not
I'll
murdering
think
the
about
guy. I was just thinking then while all that talk was going on, it's kind of a shame they haven't added it, and if they do add it, it would be brilliant.
What
like,
is it?
Because we're the blacksmith's son, every time I've gone to offer a hand with... Look at my gloves are shiny, but everything else is dirty. When I've offered a hand to a blacksmith, he's like, oh yeah, I need you to go do this quest for me. It's like, well, it's an RPG game, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't like Fritz. I don't like Fritz at all. But it's like, if they added it so I can actually help at the forge, that would have been cool, because I don't know if you guys played Fable 2, and I can't remember if it was in Fable 3 or not. It might have been. You actually had work. Like, I think it was Fable 3, where if you got, you could work as a baker and you would just literally be making the pies, and you had quick time events to do, and if you did it right, you made more money. If you failed, you made the lowest amount of money, then you'd combo it and you make more and more and more money, and you spent there as much time as you wanted. And then if you got arrested for making, for breaking the law, you either had to do, I can't remember if there was jail time. What the fudging... That is some extreme sack spinning shit right there. Sir, you have complete... I now see why they don't like you. You just throw me off of what I was saying. Yeah, if you could either pay off your bounty, or you'd work it off in community service, and then you go do one of these jobs with the QTEs. If they added that, like, I could actually help work at the mill, so I'd be hauling sacks, and I'd literally be picking up the sacks, hauling it, dropping it, or helping with the blacksmith. If they added those little things in, that would actually be pretty cool. And I'd like that, like, just, okay, the pay doesn't have to be brilliant, but just for immersion's sake, you know, it's like, oh, I'm down on my luck, I've lost all my money gambling, and you could either roleplay it or just, you know, use it to make some money and stuff. Like, you could pretend to be like the beggar that goes and works off, and the bag thing, practicing the... my memory's awful, I can't remember the conversation. Could have been something like the Olympics, we got, is it the hammer, where you spin around in circles and then throw it? Shot put. No, you do it with the discus and I think hammer. I'm not allowed in that. Right, so what is this quest then? What am I going to do? I kind of was thinking, negotiate peace, arrange a fight, or sort out the problems, arrange a fight, or negotiate peace. So I could either hit murdering him. Yeah, you got the shot put, but you've also got the big one with its kind of the on the chain. Hitting people with the bag? Oh, right, yeah. That's kind of what he was doing, but his bag isn't that big. Sorry, Jane, I kind of need to get in there.
Look where you go. Oh,
Right.
watch where you'll go.
Fine, I'll use this door. Not out in that door. Oh, you were thinking? Okay. How could I forget about the bag already?
Who's there? Answer me.
Hello! I answered. I want
What
Thomas.
do you want here? Hop it. Is there something you need?
Yeah, I want Thomas.
What are you doing? You've no...
What's going on there?
Oh, he's not coming out, is he? I've got
Can
to
I
wait.
help?
Yeah, you can send Thomas out. Alright, I'm going for a bath. Get all my clothes washed, because the fact that my gloves are pristine and everything else is dirty is bugging me. Although I think the dirt rate's a bit high. Dirt rate is actually very high. More marigold. Oh, it's Valyrian. Oh, that's Valyrian. Marigold's in front of it. Although I know when you get stuff repaired in it, this sometimes when you get them to repair it, it gets clean. But when you repair your own stuff, it doesn't get clean.
I'm interested in your...
I also don't know how much these bath services cost either. It doesn't tell me.
Get myself fixed up a bit.
I'm sure you're...
I hear the coin changing hand bit, but
Experienced as you.
yay, everything's clean. Right, hopefully Thomas, was it? He's out of there now. I'd like to gamble. I got all these new dice and I haven't used them yet. Is he still in that bloody building? What time is it? It's midday, you should be out working.
Hey,
What was that?
what do you want? You've no business here.
Right, I might just have to... Oh my god, the miller's at it!
Hey, who's there?
They're all at it. What are you, some sort of mutants? Mutant millers?
Jesus Christ be praised.
That's what I want to say, Jesus Christ.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But...
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
I feel like I'm going to say yeah, they're fine, they're my besties, I vouch for them, and then I'll come back in a month, and then Jane's going to have the biggest belly I've ever seen. That's the sort of shit that happens in this game, isn't it? I'm going to get her pregnant, and not directly, I'm indirectly going to impregnate her. Oh, that's the weirdest thing I've ever said. I don't know, what shall I do? They're my friends, I said I'd help them, but at the same time, I gotta think of poor old Jane. Or am I just overthinking it? Yeah, I kind of thought that as I said it, but they'll probably speed events up in this game to make it like, come back tomorrow to see how it's gone, and then, yeah, she's just gonna be 9 months pregnant. It'll be exaggerated slightly, it's a game. There's my bottle. I keep drinking. I don't know, Cadendra. I'll let you decide. It's all on you. That way I can pass blame. Also, Cadendra. You recognise this little fella? Oh! Oh, that wasn't my TV. I thought my TV was flipping. If they're good guys, they shouldn't mess around with her anyway. It's medieval times, and they're not... I mean, I didn't take part with it. I've seen the cutscene at the start. I got offered to throw poop at someone's house. I didn't, but I've seen the cutscene, and it's like a guy's freshly whitewashed walls, and they're slinging poop at him. That's those two.
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that.
Clear off before I have you thrown out.
No need to be so rude. But yeah, for those of you who haven't met him, this is Albert. He's a moose. One of his ears has gone a bit floppy. But yeah, this is my mascot. Although I'm wearing it on my t-shirt, my hat, my cup. He's kind of everywhere. My logos. But yeah, I like moose. It's my favourite animal. Plus, Albert's actually been places. Been to an American beach. We went to Ben & Jerry's.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
It's me, it's Henry.
It took some doing, but I made a deal with him.
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay here? He'll leave us be?
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish from here. But you'll get an extra groschen or two for your troubles.
And that's it? I thought... Never mind.
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up for yourselves.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But I suppose I should thank you. You may have bought us some peace and quiet, and that's better than nothing. Here's something for your help.
He's like, yeah, we need the money, man, we're poor. And then he just hands me 175 groschen. I mean, I'm not not complaining because that was a lot of hassle. But wow.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly.
Stealth. I do need to be better at stealth.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
No.
Well, I'll think it over.
I would like to learn the basics, but my armor looks so shiny, man. I like it when it's brand new. Right, so that's that done. That quest there is bugging the crap out of me. Oops. Sorry, I take no responsibility in that one, Husky. No responsibility at all. I'm not racing, so I guess we're off to here then. Back off to the monastery. I do like how the side quests are marked on the map like a quest giver gives you a star, because this world is, it's not massive, but it's big enough to get a little lost.
Show what you're made of.
I'm not on a horse, am I?
All you've got.
I just one-shotted that guy. You want some as well? Surrender, mate. None of you are dying. Quickly. Can you guys die a bit quicker? Take your bread and your mushrooms. And your money. Groschen and food. Food and groschen. See, they drop their weapons and they're actually lootable separately. It's kind of slightly annoying. Yes, pick up a blade by the blade. I don't know, was that any... That's not even worth my effort. I'm going to drop it. 7 gold to lug all that around? No thanks. Right, bread. Let's eat the stuff that's going rotten first. Ooh, overdid it. Overate. Boxer, I need a lift. Let's carry on. Ooh, an unexplored place is on the map. Right, so I need to help Philip. And what else am I doing? Oh, yeah. The healing herbs for Samet. Alright, let's deal with Philip first. Wait, that's not an optional one, is it? No, okay. Yeah, because I know there's one guy in there that's not from Scarlet's, and what's the name was like, is it Johanka? She was like, oh, you can't help him, he's not one of us. I'm like, I gotta help everyone, dude. Yeah, your hunker. Yeah, I've got to help everyone. I can't just not help one guy because he's not from Scarlet's. Right, that's the potion I want. So I need 2 wormwood and 1 sage. 2 wormwood and 1 sage. 2 wormwood, 1 sage. Horse, please. Alright, Ganansra, we'll see you in a bit. What do I want? I remember sage and wormwood. Right. Start alchemy, read the book. Right. So you'll need spirits, 2 handfuls of wormwood and a handful of sage dropped in the sage and boil for 1 turn. Grind the wormwood. Drop the wormwood in the cauldron and cook for 2 turns. Distill. How'd you distill it? Right, so drop the sage, boil for a turn. Oh, I need the spirits first. Spirits. Sage. That's the still there, isn't it? Grind 2 wormwood, isn't it? Pestle.
Just for a while, he says. To help your neighbours, he says. It's been weeks.
Oh, I can't look while I'm doing that. I wanted to kind of do that munch up while looking to the book. Never mind. Drop in the sage and boil for 1. Ah, 2 turns with this. Grind the wormwood, drop the wormwood in the cauldron. So I want 2 turns in the cauldron. Need spirits, 2 animals, drop in the sage. Boil for 1 turn, and grind the wormwood, drop in the wormwood in the cauldron and cook for 2 turns to still. So it's another turn. Never used the still before. Don't answer me wrong. How'd you distill? Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah. Wait, let me read that rather than just looking at pictures. Next step is to brew the brew potion can then be poured directly from the cauldron into the vial. Pass through the distiller. How do I put it through the distiller? I'll grab the dish. Nope. Because grabbing a file... Don't know if I've done that right. Oh, I did do it right. That was a little bit complicated. Hey Ragnar, how's it going? You missed it earlier. I'm not owning up to it, but you missed it. No, I'm not poisoning. I'm making very strong spirits to clear this guy's insides straight through. He's literally going to shit his guts out.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
You about to beat me up?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
I don't like this guy. No, I'm not hitting on her. He's hitting on her unwantedly. I'm kind of sticking up for her.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, Custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, couldn't you at least hold the banquet here?
That failed.
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Well, I didn't see that coming. Great! I went to jail. I did not see that coming. So how's it going, Ragnar? Why are you? What do you think of the new overlay? Kind of gone for a minimalistic approach. Ah, he's up himself, Gdanzra. He's up himself. He's got a stick up his ass. Oh, high and mighty. I didn't take my boots off. Don't worry. They're kind of stuck to the rest of my armor. My leg armor and boots are one thing. That's why I don't take them off. Come on, jail tonight. Oh, I'm gonna have that massive debuff, aren't I? That's gonna suck. There for ages. I feel I would have ended up in jail there no matter what I would have said. Hey, Gur. See, they should have gave me the chance to, like, break out of jail. Why does that sound more like an attack rather than a it's morning? Boxer, we ride for the monastery. Don't worry. It's the church that's ringing its bell. It's fine. And the guards aren't that worried, so... Don't even know where the monastery is. Jail's a free hotel? Well... Is it? Is it really? I don't think you even get fed in jail. You come out hungry. Oh, look at the debuffs, man. Have I attended mass, or am I a heretic? No. I'm no heretic. I'm a honest person. Right, do I still need to heal that one last guy? I still need to get the healing herbs. Alright, fair enough. I gave a sermon? Yeah, I did. Yeah, you were there for that right now, weren't you? Yeah, shh. Cadenza wants to... Look, that's me with the sheep. That one night. Yeah, I think Cadenza wants to like in peace, though. Stop dragging her back. Wait. Why can't I find someone to help? Purple herb. I'm gonna have to go speak to the guy about purple herb, I think. So the more heretic you are, the more honest. I don't think religion comes into this, actually. It might do, I don't know. Well, the guard's gone. Wait, Johanka.
Hey!
I'm upset. I got shoved into jail.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business.
You're a bit of a bitch. I'm here helping you. I'm helping you. I gave you 100
Tell me more about
meat.
the situation here. All right, that's all.
Gave you all that meat, man.
Bless. What the hell are you doing?
Right, I need purple herbs.
Eh? No, clear off. Let me sleep.
That's the other thing I like about this is in Skyrim and stuff, when you wake up, people they're like, "Oh yeah, hi, how are you doing?" They don't mind that you woke them up at like 3 in the morning. Whereas in this, they're like, "Yeah, piss off." There, you wake me up. How very dare you? Right, let's start off with a wine concoction. It came out looking a lot like blood. Mind. We'll have some belladonna and nettle, please. I can't remember how this bloody goes. Reputation kind of matters. Reputation does matter in this game. That's why you don't get caught murdering anyone. Prepare the wine, 2 handfuls of belladonna, 1 boil the nettle for 2 turns. 1 nettle, 2 turns. Glad that book is there. Two belladonna in the mortar and pestle. Smashy washy. In there. Boil it for another turn. Grab a file. Wait for it to cool. What's a grr? What about yourself? What do you think of the overlay? I'm asking everyone's opinion. Gone for the minimalistic approach. I got rid of the top. well, depending on the game, I either had a bar at the top or at the bottom, which I've got rid of. Condensed down the information. Having a background behind chat kind of looks like it's just sort of floating there, a bit useless, but you can see behind it. And you can still see it there, so when you watch back chat and things on YouTube and that, you can still see it. Alright, well, wolves, have a safe journey.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
Looks fine. That's alright then. That's alright then.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
I ain't gonna quibble over... Yeah, just...
Now, pay close attention.
Herbarium. This isn't the herbarium. Remedies for fleas and warts. Okay. I don't have to read through that because... Wait, does it have a just a flower section? Doesn't. It's only recipes I've learned. Oh wait, it does, it does, it does. Aha, here we go. Purple. Could be thistle, but I doubt it. It's not really a herb. I don't see thistle. Ooh, mentha mint. He who mulls wine with mint and drinks it in the morning cannot lay that day be intoxicated by any other drink. It is rarely found in nature, but rather alongside houses and in gardens cultivated. Improves speech and dispels fatigue, but increases hunger. Increases fatigue? Oh no, that's a bad thing. Oh, dispels fatigue, sorry. Increases hunger. So it could be... What did I call that? Mentha mint. It could be mentha mint. Sage. An aromatic herb for fumigation and brewing potions of all kinds. It drives away insects as well as evil spirits. He did say flower. Too much inhalation induces prophetic dreams. Whoever drinks sage shall have less headache after alcohol. Whoever drinks too much shall become dull-witted. Whoever drinks it in moderation and brewed in the right combination shall gain strength in battle. Oh god, there's loads of this stuff. Symphyton comfrey. Called also black salsify. It is best remedy for broken bones, swelling and bruising, and aids well against internal pains from the bones. It is used for health and resilience, but it also drives away horses and big animals. So it's comfrey. Grows most of all on banks by water, in ditches and around fields. So it's definitely comfrey, I reckon. Comfrey. Yeah, I don't like his spitting. Is he spitting in his thing or is he spitting to the side? I don't like it. It makes me nervous. He's spitting in bloody... I have some comfrey. Do I need to, like, make it a potion? You're not the guy I'm looking for. Right, I got your comfrey.
Oh, it's you. Hopefully I have what you need.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days.
It spooked you. He was in the forest and suddenly you noticed spitting sounds. It's like, wait, is someone following me in a forest, spitting behind me? Am I about to get ambushed? Like, no, it's on my end. It's my end.
God save you, Henry.
Thank you, sir. Where's
What
your
is he
hunker?
wants here?
Alright, I've done everything I can. Helped everyone.
How are the sick and wounded faring? I don't think there's anything more I can do for them.
I know. And you helped the best you could. All we can do now is pray for the souls of the departed.
Yay! I've leveled up in main level and herbalism. Has the horse got a name? The horse does have a name. It's called Horse. His name's Boxer. Name's Boxer. Right, I need a deer skin. I could do the thieves quests. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hunting. There was a deer spot up here, I think. I don't know. It's a long way away. It's a long way just to get a deer though, isn't it? Alright, let's go to... Let's see... I can't remember... Ooh. Let's go there. So let's ride to Ladechko. Ride for Ladechko. But yeah, I own about 2 horses. There is Elena. I don't know if that was my horse or not. Attack on the road.
What do you say? What do you fucking say? You...
Go on, weaken then!
Ow, what the hell? That was easy. Have you got a mate? No. Huh. Roach was better. Who's Roach? That sounds like Witcher. That's Witcher, isn't it? Roach. I remember you had to buy the tail with microtransaction DLC. True story. I haven't played Witcher. Why did I just do that? I started playing Witcher 2. And then kind of stopped. I've read one of the books, which I enjoyed thoroughly. And then I went to read the other books, but then I found out it wasn't translated very well. Why am I doing that in other? Right, so can I read this one? I can't. You can buy a horse name. I guess that's probably a nod to Witcher. It's probably a nod to Witcher. Witcher. You know what I mean. Which is fair enough. I like how they get those little nods to other games and stuff. Box is only tier 1, is he? I don't really want to replace him. I couldn't figure it out because I went to what I thought was the stables and there was a load of unnamed horses, and then I went elsewhere and there was named horses, but when I went elsewhere there was there was different names and I couldn't figure out which horse was what, so I just bought a horse. Right, I need to kind of take a left, but I'll see if I can hop the river. How big is this river? Can't be that big, right? That's a big river. Let's find the road. Oh. We'll pretend that didn't happen. I stopped here because I wanted to... Oh. Wanted the bath. I didn't fall off my horse. I didn't fall off the horse. Right, now we ride hard. Do you have much snow, Grr? Did you get much up there? We had a bit. The apocalypse, I tell you. It's twice in a month we've had snow. Wait, what's this place? An interesting sight, apparently. I'm gonna say hello to whoever that lady is. Although I know it's, I kind of was hoping, even though there's like a thieves quest line, I was hoping for some sort of assassination quest line. I don't think there is one. Hi, don't say Henry's here because it's the first time we've met. And I really don't believe everyone knows who I am. I mean, I know people talk and you got a reputation, but bloody hell. Like, I don't expect to go to Uzich for the first time and then everybody like, oh, it's Henry. And it's like, wait, what? I've just got here. You guys don't know me. It's me. There was a blizzard yesterday. Was there really? Oh, I took a wrong. I didn't. Oh, this has all gone wrong. Come on, horse. Break through it. There we go. Yeah, there was some. It wasn't as bad as the last time we had the beast from the east.
Henry's come to see us.
I have. Milo, I can't remember your name.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
I'm no knight. I am a thief.
What was it you wanted from me?
I want you to break into the Talmberg armory and steal a few Waffen rocks.
I'll give it a go. I'm gonna level up.
Consider it done.
My stealth and shit.
What am I to do with the Waffen rocks once I have them?
I'll burn them to get rid of the evidence. Just make sure you don't get caught.
All right. I am quickly gonna AFK. I'll be back in a moment. Right, back, thank you for waiting guys, and indeed it is time for some stealth. Stealth and skills. But because it's medieval there won't be much science or foreplay. Although there might be foreplay. There was foreplay yesterday. Actually, was there foreplay? I can't remember. Did we just dive right into it? There might have been some foreplay. Anyway, where am I going? Talmberg. Okay. Long way to go. Alright, well, let's go there then. Hold up, watch the battle and interfere at the right time. There's a battle going on? Oh, hello. Who's who?
You fucked up there.
Did I? I think these are Talmberg guards. They're wearing the yellow. Wait, Rattay's yellow, isn't it? Oh, I'm being hit from multiple sides. What the fluff muffins? I think I might have accidentally hit someone.
Hey! What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
I don't know where that even went. My arrows don't have traces. Oh, wow. Sometimes you aim and then it goes like mildly high, and then sometimes you adjust and then it just... Oh, I got him in the arse, I think. How did that go through you? Sir, please halt. You are under arrest. Well, I got him. I hope he was a bandit. He was a bandit. I have your arrows. And your groschen. And your arrow. And your potion. Cool. Where the hell did I even get to? I've only just left Ledechko. I'm off to Talmberg, man. Wait, I was heading to Ledechko, never mind. I was coming from that mill, wasn't I? I lost 2 health in that little skirmish. I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow in the arse. Indeed. Not so pleasant. I saw someone complain once about how they one-shot a guy with an arrow. It's like, I shot an unarmed guy in the chest with an arrow and he died. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of how it works. Shoot a guy in full plate and you'll shrug it off. Right, so, because I'm now going to do some stealth, I'm going to change into my dark clothing. Now the trouble is I don't have shoes. So I might need to buy some. It is but a scratch, indeed. Bit of armor. So I need some dark shoes. Right, so my armor doesn't help. Yeah. Dark gloves and dark shoes, I think, will then complete this set. So let's find... Is there a tailor? I'm over encumbered. Right, that can stay there. That. I can't remember what's in this town. It's the combat arena. Traders there. Don't think there's an actual. This is a bit of a shit town. Welcome back. I remember I couldn't find that trader before. It's Votava, isn't it?
God be with you.
Does fragrant mean? That's like,
Can we trade?
Perfume and stuff, isn't it?
If
Smell.
you've got the coin.
Fragrant herbs, yeah, that'd be like nice smelling. So, what would be nice smelling? Flower-wise, herb-wise, well, any sort of flower, really. I mean, some flowers do smell more horrible than others. Poppy. I can't remember what poppy smells like. I guess in this game, it might be all of them, I don't know. As in, all of them are nice smelling. Still have needle. Should sell needle. Sell that. Buy. So I want to buy. You've got no armor. Dude, man. Ooh, you do have a treasure map. Buy that, but then I'll sell the other one. Oh, you can have that as well, because I already know that one. Oh, he's only got 17 gold, so I can't sell him a ton of stuff anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that perk. I didn't get that perk because it just wasn't useful to me. All this food's rotten. Why would I buy? I'll buy 2 savior schnapps because saving's important. There. I'll buy a couple of lot picks. Oh, the useless trader, man. Right, is there another town nearby? I haven't been to that town yet. I have, but it's unexplored. What's the nearest town? Usage. Alright, let's travel there. I need some dark shoes and dark gloves. I need to be stealthy. Attack on the road.
Dad! You call that combat?
Oh.
I'll slaughter you!
This is actually going to hurt because I'm not in my play. I'm in my bloody light armor.
What's the matter? Come on!
God.
Oh, that's terrible. I might actually die and I haven't saved it in ages. Kill him. I'm no longer bleeding to death. Although my life is flashing before my eyes. Holy shit. That was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Boxer, where the fudge are you? We need to, like, get the fudge out of here. No, I'm getting revenge.
What's that?
Hey! Who's there? Who's there?
Who's there? Your maker, mate.
Well, now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock. Bring it on!
Your mate's dead. What'd you say to that, huh?
The answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. Got you! I'm gonna enjoy this.
He's got an arrow in his chest and he's still walking. Sir, you need to get medical attention. You'll what? Huh? Huh? You'll what? Yeah, that's what I thought. At least he's got some shoes. Actually, I'm going to steal his apples. I need to eat food. Get out all the kits to repair my kit. 2 damage to repair his shoes. Damn. I ain't repairing that. Alright, so some of my arm is damaged, but you're on repair. Oh. Why do I have this weird weapon? Didn't the other guy die up here somewhere? I don't know how far I ran. I gave it some beans out of there. I ran for my flipping life. That's what I can tell you. You know what? Am I going to learn from my mistake? No. Would it be better to wear invisible clothes to do stealing? It would. Stealthing? Yeah, it would. Oh, I can't think. Chameleon clothing in from Oblivion. That'd make you like partially see-through. There's no armor, blacksmith here, is there? Just came all this way, risked life and limb, and there's no bloody blacksmith here.
Welcome, Henry.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Yeah, I know you're all glad to see me, but I'm kind of... Well, I'm no longer wounded, but I was wounded dreadfully. So...
Good day to you.
And to you, sir. Let us talk trade. For I... need of... Don't have anything useful. Alright, what can I sell you then that's... Oh, I guess I dropped it. I had that glaive thing. Guess you can't have it. Oh, did I really just... Never mind then. You're useless. Oh yeah, I got that treasure map, haven't I? Ledechki. All the way across, and then you'll find a mine.
Radishes, carrot.
You made me jump with your radish
Pile
talk,
on your
sir.
face.
I'm not even wearing my shoes. Alright, should I travel to Ledechko? Do you have that do you have a blacksmith? I do. Alright, I'm gonna travel, I'll fast travel to Ledechko. I should have bloody saved the game, shouldn't I? And I'm on foot. I'll attack on the road. Oh shit.
Tudod, hogy fog végződni?
Ja! Ow. Stop hitting me. Yeah, I'm away, mate. Oh shit, I got no arrows equipped. I've got arrows equipped. Why am I not drawing an arrow? Why am I not drawing an arrow? Is this a bug or am I doing something wrong here?
Look out, we've got humans here! Hey! I see a human!
Me?
Good!
I'm just gonna ride. I don't know which way I'm going. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not. I'm avoiding that because it's a cumin. Let's try and stealth around. Look for the ambusher. Although it's dark, I can't bloody see shit in the dark. Oh, hello.
What?
Dude, you have an arrow sticking in your face.
I'll slaughter you.
Stop, please! Spare me! I yield!
Took 3 arrows to fell you. That's pretty good going, mate. I would... Yeah, that's good work. Although your ambush sucked. Poor villager, though. It was the guy I shot in the back. Here he is. Ooh, perfect boots. You stupid? Why, what have you done? Accidentally bought something expensive, wanted to sell it back, pickpocket the guy. Oh dear. Yeah, I'd like to say we've all been there. Where are the shoes? That one. They make me more visible? Oh. Those? Right. So there we go, that's my stealth set. Just need to get it repaired. Off to Ledechko, where I will then sleep the night to save the game. I'm in two minds about the pickpocketing mini game in this game. It's kind of cool and it kind of sucks at the same time because it's difficult. I imagine it probably gets easier.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Can I have a room, please?
My respects to you, sir.
No. I wonder what happens if I spike the pot with a ton of alcoholic beverages. Like if I just poured like spirits or whatever in there, would I come back and find everyone pissed? And how long does the effects last? Because I know I poisoned some wine in a bandit camp that I like to frequent. I'm just going to cancel that last hour. It's annoying. Ah. I think like sleeping on a tavern bench. Right. Need to go to the blacksmith. Get all my gear repaired. Right. Remember where I parked the horse? Oh yeah, I helped you. Remember
God be with you.
Remember I helped you. What we can repair is my gloves? Guess I need the tailor, don't I? Alright. Alright, never mind. So basically, I'm going to Rate to get everything fixed. Just really making me go out of the way, but the idea is once I get it repaired to a level, I can then start looking after it myself. Kind of what I want. know what tier horse pebbles is? Wait, what do I actually need to repair? I've got a feeling it's the shoes. Right, so I need the cobbler and the tailor. Oh! I fell off my horse. I want to say the cobbler's this way. There he is. Hey there, boxer. Just going to the cobbler.
What the hell are you doing?
I am talking to you. That's
Good
what I'm
day to
doing.
you.
Hello. Can you repair my ship? Actually, I want to see if you do have anything better for me. Come here. Ooh. 28 visibility. Wait. 28 and 13. They also bring down my conspicuousy. Okay. 28, 29, 13. Ooh. Quiet dark shoes. 28, 29, 12. Silent shoes. Same. So I've either got silent shoes or quick shoes. Silent shoes it is. Thank you for my shoes. Based on stats she searched on, because Pebbles didn't fall in a tier, Pebbles fell under the other horses. Ah, okay. Well, it is a free horse, so in that case, then I don't actually feel bad about buying Boxer. I was worried I'd get given like a free tier 2 horse when I just bought a tier 1, you know? Right, I'm going to the tailor. I might be able to buy the clothes I need. Which is fine, I don't mind that. Hello, trader. Can you trade me stuff? Right. First off, I'm looking for trousers. Don't do that many trousers. You bring my noise down though. White and blue. I'll look at trousers first. I might buy those tight blue ones. Put them in the basket. Right. Actually, I'll scroll through and see if anything really helps. So that makes me noisier, but it does bring down my visibility and conspicuousness. I'm not here to make any improvements. $24, $26, but again noisy. $24, $26. $24, $26 compared to $26. 15 noise. Now Slightly noisier but less conspicuous. Alright, we'll take that. So I'll sell them. Do I need anything?
My respects to you.
Wait, do you actually sell the same stuff your partner does? Looks very similar. Yeah, same stuff. Alright, that's fine. I'll now go to the blacksmith, the armorer.
God save you.
We're casually sleeping with the sick herd people now, just as you do. See if I can get any armor that will bring down my stats. That will, a little bit. I'll bring down my noise. Shields. A lot of this is actual armor, so it's not really going to make a difference, is it? Alright, there was that one suit of armor somewhere. That there apparently will bring down my armor, my noise level by 12. Makes 0 noise. Wait, it's the same thing. Bloody hell. I was about to buy the same thing. Never mind, glad I checked. So this set here, and then I'll equip dagger in place of a sword. When I equip a dagger, why can't I equip a dagger? Or does it just need to be in your inventory and you use it as a an assassination weapon? I guess it's just an assassination weapon, you keep it in your inventory.
Come on up and take a look.
So there we go then, that's my thief set. It's all fully repaired, ready to go. Right, I've got slight migraine coming on. I've got a map here from Ledechko going along the river, so let's follow that while I'm here. Might as well, eh? Let me check horse though, make sure there's no random. Yeah, no, I don't have 2 sets. I got 2 sets, but the other set is my normal walking around wearing set, isn't it? I haven't got a chainmail set, have I? I did. Huh. I'm not really worried. I'll wait for the chainmail set. I should get. Ooh. Engine map 5. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know what. Right. Horse. Nourishment could do with going up a little bit, so let's eat some bread before it goes rotten. Anything else rotten? No. Nourishment's 77. Drink some water. Right, let's go to Ledechko. I'll travel along Ledechko, along the river. I don't remember the last time I saved. Any more drunk driving? No, we don't. So I go along until there's a stream entering the river. Big problem, Bohemia? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Somebody help me!
What's what you're doing? There's people walking here.
Thief! Thief!
There are people walking.
Stop! You mean?
Do I not get rewarded?
You showed him.
I did show him.
Thank you. That thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days. And just so you know, I'm no pinch purse. Here's a small reward.
Thanks.
4 groschen!
Be a bit more careful.
All I get, 4 groschen. Boxer, we got robbed. We could have carried on. I can't. Oh. Fine.
Hey.
You're awake? Oh, I was about to take your money. Should have took his money, but it said steal, so I was a bit apprehensive. I'm not a thief. I'm a honourable person. I don't know whose horse that is. It's not mine. I am an honourable person. I do not rob the unconscious. Even if they are bandits. Isn't that right, Ragnar? Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. I need to take a left. I think that's the stream I'm looking for. I'm gonna go on foot. There seems to be a lot of accidents around here. Take that though. So I keep going until I find a stream. Right, it's there. So let's have a look at this map. Your mother told you shouldn't lie. Well, I suppose I go literally north. Out here. Let's go north from here. I've got no real way of telling when I go north. I suppose just as long as it's... Find the mine. I'll find the mine somehow. How hard can it be to find a mine? See? Told you. How hard can it be to find? I'll take the cave shrooms. Alright, hang on a minute. What am I looking for? Am I looking for a grave or... That looks awfully... That might be the sprig thing, the lucky thing. Right, let me have a look at the map. It's next to the mine? X mark the spot. Wait, where was that cross? Said there was a cross nearby. Maybe it's at the cross. Read. Daniel Waters. That is. Oh, that is the... Right. Doesn't look like I've got to dig his grave. And it is next to the mine. I'm not sure. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? I don't know. This is definitely the mine, and it kinda... The arrow points... What does the other map say? Is X the spot? Kinda reads like it's next to. Unless it's a riddle. Daniel Waters, it sounds like a very... Sounds like a tribute to someone. I don't know. I'm a little bit lost in that one. Might have to back to that. Maybe it's a fake map. Maybe sometimes you get sold a fake map. Anyway, I'm gonna save it there. However, it's getting late and I got work in the morning, so Actually, I'm going to save normally. I don't trust the save and quit thing because it's new. So I'm going to drink my trusty saviour schnapps. Although I'm probably wrong for it. I don't know if the save and quit actually uses a saviour schnapps or not, but... Anyway, so, that brings us towards the end of tonight's stream. However, do not worry, if you do enjoy Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'll be back with it next Saturday and Sunday, starting 7 PM GMT. The next stream will be next Thursday. On Thursday and Friday, I stream Kerbal Space Program. Let's just quickly get Albert to put the schedule in. Why am I in caps lock? I have revamped my schedule. It seems to be working quite well so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, the new way of doing things. You harvest all the mints and he's going back. Oh yeah, I failed that. Oh wait, you harvested all the mints? You're not meant to get the mints. Apparently I missed a few weeds. I checked and triple checked them, but apparently I missed some, so he didn't like that. I didn't touch the mint, although I felt like going back there and decimating his plot because he kind of robbed me. So yeah, next Thursday, Friday will be Kerbal, Saturday, Sunday will be Kingdom Come Deliverance. However, Tuesdays we have been working our way through Season 4 of iZombie, which is open to all Moose Bulls and higher. But yeah, I'm going to head off. So guys, thank you very much for the company. Huskylicious, thank you again for the follow. Welcome to the herd. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and we get to see you again. And to the rest of you, thank you as well. If I don't see you beforehand, do enjoy what is left of this weekend and have yourselves a fantastic week also. Good night everybody, take care, and I will see you all soon.